My. If you could see what I see. Wow, happy Halloween. And I know that you're waiting with bated breath to find out what I came as today. And I would like you to know that this is exactly what infinite intelligence looks like. There you go. I accept. Oh, it's so good to have you here. I am Reverend Patrick, and usually there's a Reverend Rita, but she stayed home in bed today because she just wanted to get a little extra sleep. Yeah, actually not. If you know her well, she is on her way back right now. She went out to California to our old stomping ground of 12 years of Reverend James had his doctoral, so she was the keynote speaker there, and they moved the building after all of these years, so it was quite an emotional weekend for everyone. They're in a theater, so they let that go, and it was just like an amazing thing. So Rita will be back tonight, but I assure you I will have plenty to say if any of you know. And the great thing about it when Rita's not here, hi Rita, I get all that extra time that she would be speaking. Kidding, not. But today we have something very special happening. We have Janice. Janice, you want to stand up? She's our wonderful youth director here. And we actually have some really powerful youth here today. So she's going to take them, and we're going to have a little curriculum thing with them, right?
Yes. We will. I brought my medicine bag here, so we'll talk about unity and tie it into Halloween. And any children who want to come join me, please come up.
All right, give them a hand. There they are. Hey, Kiali. Woo-hoo. All right, I see you have about 4 today. That's great. All righty. All righty. And if you change your mind, they're right through that first door. Don't you worry. Okay, so reining it back. Look at them. We'll be having a song for them soon. They were going to start next week, but hey, this is a perfect week. They're here, and we're starting. So to start us off today, first of all, I just want to welcome you again. And over here, it's just so, the reason I really didn't dress up is because I have something really important to say today, and I just want you to take me seriously, you know? So here's our other serious people over here. The pirate and the cat foxes over there, our wonderful music department here. And so I'd like to invite up another scary, it goes right with my talk about fear today. It really does. So let's bring up Roseanne Jones to give us a few announcements because Michelle is in Vegas.
Aloha, good morning. Thanks for coming today. And I have a whole spiel I wanted to do. He told me I couldn't, about casting a wonderful spell on you today of joy, love, prosperity, and all good things. So, announcements. Sue Buckley created this amazing calendar that is a new hot item in the bookstore. And this calendar is based on photographs that Sue took on this island, but with great messages from Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind. So you can get your own copy, and it's not $100. You would think it would be. Not $20, it's $15. So next, announcements. I'm not like Michelle, I can't do it by memory. I have to read. Essentials for Greater Living, based on the book, The Essential Ernest Holmes. This class has been a continuing class on Thursday nights from 6 to 8 p.m. And there's 2 more classes left, and it's a drop-in class, so come on down.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, November 4th, is the Powerless to Powerful. And this is a great session of twice a month now, and based on the 12-step programs and how Science of Mind and 12-step programs sort of go hand in hand. And so Reverend Diane and Katie Welch are leading this group, and come on down for that. And that is 11:30 a.m. on next Saturday. 10. I see. Thank you. 10 to 11:30 a.m.
She's new in town, so this is fine. This is fine.
I have something to help. Oh, wow, I can read. Okay, the 4th annual Sacred Journey is now open to people who live on this island and for if you have friends that are coming to visit in January. So this runs January 13th through the 20th. It is limited to 25 people, I believe, and there's a few spots left. So please talk to the Revs or anyone else on the Sacred Journey Committee, which would be me. Okay, Election Day is coming. Did you know that? Now, what day is that? Is that November 9th? Yeah, right. It's November 8th. And during that day, many people are going to be voting straight across there and in other polling locations if you haven't already voted. But we're going to have our doors open for meditation. And just reflection. And so it's open for that. You know, no politics spoken in this place. It's just meditation. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is November 9th from 6 to 9. There's this great new workshop. It's called My Bold Design for Living. Yeah. If you are interested in negotiating, bargaining, or deal making with your bold life design, this workshop is not for you. What are you waiting for? Design your bold and daring life in this new exciting workshop. All materials included, $25 for members, $30 for the general public. There's a sign-up sheet over there. Only 18 participants and only 8 spots left.
Actually,
So
6 now.
6 spots left, so sign up. And I think that's it.
There we go. Give it up for Roseanne. See, we forget how when Michelle and it's not that, doing announcements is, it's an art form and you have to really, So thank you again for stepping in, Witchy Poo. So, yes, we do. So now I would like to take us into our meditation time. Get all that energy. We're not going to lose the energy. We're just going to center our energy. And I think that's a great idea. So we have the wonderful Michael Fox taking us this time into our meditation and carry with music.
Aloha, everybody. You guys hear me okay? Thank you. Everybody just take a deep breath for a moment. Just get comfortable in your chairs. Closing your eyes if that feels right for you. Sinking into this safe place. Right here, right now. Connect with your heart. Let us all just take one collective breath together. Breathing in this perfect moment on this brand new day. Exhaling the thoughts of yesterday. As you continue this divine journey of love, peace, and meditation, I'd like to share a quote with you. Nahale hela he maupua hoya, koke oya ike lakoa. Weeds are flowers once you get to know them. Nahale hele he maupua hoya, koke oya ike ake lokoa. Weeds are flowers too, once you get to know them. Alan Alexander Milne. Enjoy your time.
flowers too when you get to know them. From this place of sacred silence, we remember the truth of who we are. That each one of us is living, moving, breathing, expressing as the one life, the one power, the one presence. It is breathing us. It is moving us. It is beating our very heart. And so as we take this time to connect with that knowing, we allow Spirit to move in and through us in a magnificent way. We allow our part in this service to unfold perfectly. Each one of us here by divine appointment. I am so blessed and grateful to know that this day is unfolding in a magnificent way for each one of us. That we are here to give and receive of the one life within us, and we do so with perfect grace and ease. And so in this moment, I remember the truth, that I stand in the one life. I stand in the one power, and every word I speak, every action I take, every breath I take is that power being expressed in the world. And so I take that into my day and know that this service facilitates that knowing in a magnificent, wonderful way. There is only one mind. It is the mind of God, and it is living us. And as we remember this in our own mind, it is remembered in the one mind, and it is done. The universe absolutely says yes to us, expressing as we were brought here to be. And so, with a very, very full and grateful heart, I simply allow it to do its work and watch with wonder as life unfolds in its perfect way for each one of us. Together we say, and so it is. Amen.
Thank you. Come on in, guys. You can come in, Lloyd. Thank you so much. Aren't they beautiful, everyone? I'm just going to put this over in We're like family. We don't pretend that flowers aren't coming in the door. But I do have an opening thing after this beautiful time of peace. It is so needed right now. I did a blessing yesterday at a function that I went to, and I just could see in everyone's eyes, it was a birthday celebration, but everyone was just craving this idea of peace. And it starts right with us, right here and right now. We'll have this chant. It's in your program. And it starts right here in this room today, right here in our heart.
Peace inside my heart, peace inside my soul, peace in our world starts with me. Peace inside my heart, peace inside my soul, peace in our world starts with me.
and just to land in this thing called peace. Just like that candle that was lit, that candle is inside each and every one of us. And it is up to each one of us to be that beacon of light. It's not up to them. It's up to us individually to reach the collective. So it is. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. How's everyone doing? Good. It is just, I said I have an opening, and I always have, the class heard it on Thursday night, the Essential Ernest Holmes class with 2 left. They heard it on Thursday night, my opening. It's a Halloween opening. I tell it every year, so it's now a tradition. Some of you don't know that I went to Catholic school, and some of you don't really care. But I went to Catholic school, and we had to dress up every year at Halloween, but we weren't allowed to have the regular costumes like what I see in front of me. We had to do saints, angels, Mary, Joseph. We couldn't even be the donkey. We could not be any of that. We had to be all of that. And the nun was Sister Mary Kaua'i. I remembered her name this morning. She said, everyone, we're so excited about this Halloween. And we're all like, I want to be Frankenstein, you know. And so, but here's the worst part of it. They would make us walk around in a parade, Halloween parade, around the building with the public school across the street that had much to say to the little saints as we were going around. And lots of things to throw at us. And it was just another, I know, right? Well, here's the good news. His name is Mark, and I'll always remember Mark, and she would say, you can be anything you want, but it must be in the Bible. It must be in the Bible. So the door flings open on that morning, and he was late, and he flung it open, and he went, hello, everybody. He was the devil. And his tail was going like this. And he's like, yeah. Well, Sister Mary Kaua'i at that very moment grabbed him and just started yanking him out the door and pulling and pulling. All you could hear him say is, it's in the Bible. And that's our opening. Thank you very much. I'm here all week. Oh, my goodness. Rita's probably, let's say hello to Rita. Aloha. Yeah. So you're in the Science of Mind Center, by the way, if in case you didn't know that, and this is what that means. That means the door's open, run. No, it means that we work a lot in, as I was telling a surgeon when we are out visiting, some people we know, I said, you work in the physical, and as metaphysicians, we work in the invisible. And that's where all the work is done, because that's where it starts. And this is what science of mind and spirit is for us, and it's called science of mind and spirit. Science is it's a little bit cold at times, right? But there's so much to learn from it, but we also get to put the spirit of who we are, and spirit is always first. So this is the good news. Once we start really using this science, this principle, our lives change. I've watched it change. I've watched your lives change, and I know that's what it's for. And your lives, it's not that they're not perfect. It's just that there's always more to discover, because we're just getting to know how infinite we are. We are just beginning on that precipice of knowing that. So this is very exciting times. And it's also exciting that there are people here for the first time probably questioning themselves in this very moment. Why did I come through those doors today? You came through because there's no accidents. Everything is by divine appointment. And that I know for an absolute spiritual fact. So if you are here for the very first time, can you raise your hand? There you go. Look at, that's great. Oh my gosh, we know so much about you that we want to share with everyone. They're going, what? Here's what we know about you. Let them know, and let them know big. You are magnificent. And you're relieved, aren't you, that that's what we know about you. But you already knew that about yourself to begin with, right? You knew that. And we know that why? Because we know it about ourselves. So shall we all say it together? I am magnificent. Oh, now look over to somebody to the left, right. Let them know who they are. You're magnificent, by the way. You're magnificent. Yo. Huh?
Tell Rita she's magnificent. Tell Rita. Rita.
Yes. You are magnificent. And you're very magnificent. I love that blue, by the way. All righty. More magnificent. So, here's another thing. Yeah. Here's another thing. What's happening right back there where these two gentlemen are, and that is Rob and Jonathan are back there. Say mahalo for all the work they do. But we're not alone. There's a whole bunch of people like watching us on live stream, and this happens every Sunday. And Rita's out there, and Sherry Till's having a birthday tomorrow on Halloween. But there's a whole bunch of people out there, so I think we should say something to them. Let them know who they are. You are magnificent. Yes, aloha. Okay, that's a lot of work to do right before we even start, right? I'm telling you. So it's very important for us to remember this live streaming, because when people leave the island, they want to stay connected to us. They want to stay connected, and that's one of the ways that we do it, by this wonderful thing called technology, and we appreciate that. So shall we have a little bit of an oh, hello. Yeah. My goodness, it just keeps getting better and better. Let's have our opening song. Luis, all right. You want to stand? Let's put a little energy into this, because I'm ready. Are you ready?
Ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready to open my heart. To open my heart. To open my heart. Open my heart. Peace lives inside me now. No more living in fear. When I reach my hand to touch the earth, I remember why I'm here. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready. I am ready to open my heart. To open my heart. To open my heart. To open my heart.
What I know is I am ready right here to announce what we are at all times, and that is good, that is powerful, that is loving, that is who we are. And we are always standing center stage of spirit, to just allow it to just be, to allow it to land and to take it out into the world. I know we've come together, as I said, by divine appointment. We have come because we are ready to be even more than we are. That infinite intelligence, that spirit that moves through each and every one of us, fulfilling every possible desire that could be desired by each and every one of us. That's why we're here, because we're Ohana. We're here because we are love. And we are not keeping this love to ourselves. We are taking it out into the world. Can I hear yes?
Yes.
Can I hear yes? I am love. Can I hear I am love? I am love. I am ready. I am ready. I am love. Take it, Carrie.
I am ready.
I am ready.
I am ready. I am ready to open my heart. 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 Peace lives inside me now. No more living in fear. When I reach my hand to touch the earth, I remember why I'm here.
I can't believe we have to give that song up next month, right? Right? I guess we don't have to do anything. We could do it 2 months in a row. You're not the boss of me. Yes. So continuing this wonderful energy that is in the room. Can you feel this energy today? It's just bubbling up, just bubbling up. I love it. And now we haven't done In the Light for a while, but we're going to do it today. And you know, I never had a sister. And I never did have a sister, but I do now, because I have Sue Buckley, who has come here, and I just love you. And I am so glad that you're a part of our family. And we went through Sacred Journey together, and we just went through so much, and I'm so, so happy to call you family. There you go, please. Sue Buckley.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, everyone. Now I feel like I'm going to cry, but I won't. So when I was invited to come up here to talk about membership, I had prepared a few words, and then I found out Rita was off island. So I thought, I must have, 90 minutes? Is that? Okay. So here's my story. When Diane and I visited the island 3 years ago, we found CSL Kauai in the back of the Aston Aloha Hotel. There, we discovered a group of people who sincerely welcomed us, shared the most positive message I've ever heard about living in the here and now, and made me feel a part of something very important. CSL Kauai was the community I had been seeking for many, many years. We came back in December of 2014. We reconnected with Reverends Rita and Patrick and attended service once again in the hotel. We returned home to California and decided we would make definite plans to move here someday. I became an official member at that time. I contacted Rita on email, and she sent me a membership application. It was very easy. We actually have them here at the info table if anyone is interested today. In any case, I did become an official member at that time. I started watching the live stream and following the crazy goings on Facebook. The acquisition of this center, buy a chair. It was so exciting, the faith lift. So I longed to be here with you all. In January of this year, I had the opportunity to attend the Sacred Journey, and my commitment to this center was reinforced and solidified. What I know today is that being a member of CSL Kauai is not the same as just showing up on Sunday. I did that as a youth. I went to church every Sunday, but it didn't hold any meaning for me. I didn't connect with the people. I didn't really get the message. I never really participated, as my father pointed out, and I didn't belong there. So why am I a member of a spiritual center now? I'm not ignoring you, I just forgot to turn. Mainly because CSL Kauai feeds me, and I'm not just talking about the cake. CSL Kauai provides my spiritual food. I'm growing up here. I get to be of service in my community. I get to grow in consciousness, and I seek to be a positive force in the world. And I think the world needs positivity. What does it mean for me to be a member? I participate in events and classes here at the center. I try to practice the principles in my daily life. And as I grow into the spiritual being that I truly am, I share my abundance. I support my center financially at a level that I'm comfortable with. I share my time and talents. I love the people here, and I feel loved. This is my spiritual home. You're all my ohana. Page 17. If any of this rings true for anyone here who is not currently a member, I encourage you to talk to the Reverends. Michelle LeMay is our new membership coordinator, and she'll be back next week. And we always have membership applications at the info table. Mahalo.
That was great. Yeah, we were at a committee meeting, and Sue just happened. She goes, I love to be able to get up and just tell what I feel about being a member. And so then I texted her and said, ask and you shall receive, Sunday. Come on up. So things happened very quickly here. So speaking of absolute wonder and beauty, and yeah, we're talking about you, Pirate Man. And Catwoman.
The question is, Patrick,
yes.
what is a pirate's favorite restaurant?
What?
The Hard Rock Cafe.
The
Alrighty, so they have some special music for you. They have. I just have one thing to say right now. Rita, come home! Our special music today. I love you guys. I love this family we have here.
So the song we're about to share today is a song, well, as we play it, we're just giving the world a big hug right now. That's all I can say, so we'll just start now. There's a place in your heart, and I know that it is love. And this place could be much brighter than tomorrow. And if you really try, you'll find there's no need to cry. In this place, you'll feel there's no hurt or sorrow. There are ways to get there if you care enough for the living. Make a little space.
Make a better place.
Heal the world.
Sing along.
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. If you want to know why, there's a love that cannot lie. Love is strong, it only cares for joyful giving. If we try, we shall see. In this bliss we cannot feel fear or dread. We stop existing and start living. And it feels that always love's enough for us growing. So make a better world. Make a better world. Heal the world.
You guys can sing it.
Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you care enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. And it feels that always love's enough for us growing. So make a better world.
Make a better world.
Heal the world. Make it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. There are people dying. If you cared enough for the living, make a better place for you and for me. Make a better place for you and for me. Make a better place for you and for me. Heal the world we live in. Save it for our children. Heal the world we live in. Save it for our children. Heal the world we live in. Save it for our children.
Thank you. Yeah, right on time, right on time. So, Halloween. Fear, fear, fear. The title of my talk today is Be Aware. Haunted thoughts just ahead. Be aware. Wow, this week I decided on Monday, I write a blog and I put it on Facebook for those of you who do read it, and those of you who don't, boy, are you missing out. But I write it every day, and I write a blog actually for me. And Rita writes one as well, and she has for a long time. And I decided this week in the theme of Halloween to kind of explore this thing of fear that seems to be this thing that everyone is always trying to get away from, and yet we have Halloween and occasions that we invited in, right? We're like, oh, scare me, scare me. And it was really interesting that I found out that we like to be afraid. Scientists at least say that. You may not, Reverend Diane, but statistically, I hate to tell you, the world likes to be afraid. They jump out of planes, they go on roller coasters, they scare themselves silly. They go into haunted houses, they do all of these things to be afraid. So this is what I found that Dr. David Zold said, and he said this: by contrast, when scared, we are fully aware, conscious, and in the moment. We are not preoccupied thinking about what happened yesterday or what is going to happen tomorrow. Why? Because we're scared silly in the moment. And I'm going, this doesn't sound right. It goes against everything I've been teaching and everything I have learned. What do you mean that we are addicted to fear? The adrenaline rush, right? The adrenaline rush. Has anybody ever had an adrenaline rush when they're scared? This psychologist goes on to say at some level, some people like to be scared and they call it stimulated and excited. Well, okay, I can kind of buy that. And then the last little expert that I find, I just love these experts that are running around. They actually suggest that we don't worry as much when we are scared because we are in fear mode, which keeps us in the present. There's got to be a better way. That's the good news. If you could see your faces right now, you go, holy, he's really depressing me right now. But here's the deal. I hate to say it, hate to bring the news to you, but we do spend a lot of our time in fear. We do spend time in fear. And what's scary about that is it's usually all made up. It's all made up. And there must be a better way. Jack Canfield says everything you want is on the other side of fear. Another really joyous thought. So now I have to go through fear, and my question to us is, do we really have to do that? No. Thank you to that one person over there that believes that we do not have to. Do we have to go through that in order to get what we want? And I know it says absolutely no. Be aware of those house of thoughts that we enter into. Why do we scare ourselves? And here's the thing. I understand the adrenaline rush about, jumping out of a plane. Actually, I don't. But I hear other people really like that. Or the roller coaster, or all those things jumping out, things that go bump in the dark. You guys were all kids. Was anybody afraid of the dark? Yeah, did you want the light still left on so that the boogeyman that was underneath the bed wouldn't come out? But this is what I found, and I really want to share this with you because it's really important for me, what I discovered this week about scaring ourselves. When we scare ourselves with the what ifs. Have you ever been to that house? What if? Ooh, what if? What if are the scariest thoughts of all who dare to enter, are they not? And hear what they is. Now listen to it, it's like a scary story. What if I get sick? What if I can't pay my bills? What if something happens to the one I love? What if I become homeless? What if I lose my job? What if I lose my partner? What if my business fails? What if my car breaks down? What if I have to work 3 jobs just to survive here in Kauai? What if they find out that I'm a fraud? What if they find out that I'm not lovable? What if? Boo! Are you scared yet? Because I know I am. What if? What if? Has fear completely taken you over now? Yes. Does fear own you? Whoa. It's ready. Scream, everyone. And that's what you're doing. What if we're entering, right? Has anybody ever not what if'd? I don't think so. What if? So here's what if we entered that same haunted thought house called our mind? Ooh, this is really scary, you guys. What if I'm always healthy? What if I always pay my bills on time and then there's extra too? Ooh. What if my relationship lasted a lifetime? Wow. What if I had the perfect job that gives me joy and purpose and a great salary? Ooh. What if my new business thrived? Ooh. What if I have all the resources to handle any repair that's needed and always have a car in great working condition? Ooh. What if everything in my life worked out perfectly? Scared yet? What if I was always in perfect health with abundance and prosperity? What if my creativity was soaring to heights of absolute magnificence? What if my relationships were balanced and meaningful? What if I had a life that was lived fully from a place of love? Are you excited yet? Do you still need an adrenaline rush? No. Do you see the two contrasts? I had so much fun with this because I thought to myself, because I do, I've said to myself, what if? But I never hear a lot the other side. What happens if it's all just perfect? Because it is. Oh, I could stop there, but I'm not. Because I wouldn't talk a little bit about Frankenstein. I got a little bit into the Frankenstein story. Dr. Frankenstein, right? Creates this monster. Have you ever created a monster? Ooh, yeah. You know, you start out with a whole good idea. I'm just going to create. I got some thoughts going, and then they turn into maybe the what-if house, and then all of a sudden you're sitting there creating this monster with ideas of lack and limitation, and then all of a sudden it starts coming alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive, right? All those thoughts that we put in our mind, they are alive. Wow. And we can either create the most beautiful, beautiful light being, or we can create the monsters that serve in our life. And I always feel a little sorry for the monster, to be quite honest with you. Because he's, you know, he had an idea. He wanted to prove that he could bring life, right? And he created with the parts of this and part of that. Have you ever done that in your life? A little of this, a little of that, a little bit of my past, a little bit of the fight I just had with somebody. I brought that in. I start placing it and putting it together, and then all of a sudden you hear that sound. Right? I love Halloween. I'll have your scare later. So I'm thinking to myself, why don't we go to the laboratory as doctors and create the very, very thing that we really want? It's all made up. The what if over here and the what if over here, it's made up until you place it in that fertile ground of mind and watch it grow. That kind of responsibility, right? And that's great. So my question is, why are we still talking about it? And I don't need answers. Because then everybody will go, I know. Because you do know. You do know. So I suggest that we go to the laboratory and we start creating some really wonderful things in our life. I was just thinking of my buddy over here. We saw on Facebook the monk seal out there, 2 of them, and such creation, such beautiful, there's so many things to focus on. And that's really the message today when we start going inside that house of thoughts. We get to say who enters it, and we get to say who does not enter it. And those thoughts are up to us. That's how powerful we are. That's how great we are. That's how loving we are. No matter what's going on in our world, if you're not living fully from that place of love, you're using it as a distraction. Anytime we what if our lives out of the greatness that we are, we're using it as a distraction. After November 8th, then what are you going to use to distract us? Again, right? We must come together. Excuse me, it's Washington. I'm kidding. The phones don't throw us, trust me. So they say that maybe it's not the darkness, and I'm going to read that wonderful Marianne Williamson that came up in class. They say it's not really the darkness we've ever been afraid of. The boogeyman never really existed underneath my bed. But I'm going to tell you something, even talking about it right now, I have those goosebumps that scare me because I made it so real. I made my boogeyman so real that you couldn't convince me that it wasn't true. And then when I put my flashlight underneath there, right, there's nothing there. But then what did I say then? Oh, must be in the closet. Right? We prove it. This is the best. We prove it. We go, there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing there, baby. There's nothing. No. There's nothing scary under there. Well, what if it's in the closet? What if it's this? Oh, are we back in what ifs again? So I feel better now, but what if? I just got that, it manifested that check, paid my bills. But what if next month I don't? You get my point. So let's just go a little bit with Marianne Williamson, kind of as a closer. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. And what I know about that is because when we come from the light, bless you, there is an incredible responsibility that comes with that. Because we cannot talk about the darkness and be in the light at the same time. It's an absolute impossibility. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of good, a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel secure around you. Have you ever been there? Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm going to sit in the back seat so you look a little better right now because I'm feeling you're a little insecure right now with your life, so I wouldn't want to be secure around you because that might make you feel bad. Been there? You were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. I heard this morning this Toronto Reverend, the Reverend out there taking over for, and I'm just losing her name, but she was talking about really celebrating who we are, the magnificence of, we're not just kind of magnificent. We are really magnificent. That whole power that word said, I'm in spirit form, but I got an idea. I'm going to come through some magnificent people and live my life through that as them. And it goes on to say, and this is the best one for all of us to remember, it's not just in some of us. The world may want us to believe that, but that's ego gone wild. It is not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, back to that responsibility, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, from the land of the what ifs, That's not her words, those are mine. Liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. I want us to just sit with that for just a moment. That means that the only thing that is up for me to do in my life, the only thing for me to do, in my meditation I always say, what is mine to do? Not take care of everybody and run around in my codependent world. No. What is mine to do? What is Patrick's thing to do? And it's to shine my light. And then if you happen to be in darkness, guess what? My light shines on your darkness, and we all become light. It's not just for some of us, it's for what? All of us. So, do we want to trick ourselves? And I really want you to hear this question. Do we really want to trick ourselves into believing that we are inadequate and lacking the true greatness that we are? Or do we want to treat ourselves to the light, from the greatness that we have always, always been and always, always will be? Trick or treat? It's up to you. You have the answer to that. Trick or treat, which one is it? Treat. And so it is. Namaste. Yeah. Wow, you guys. We're on to something really good here. Not just in this room, but everywhere. So, all you costume people, you ready? This is our time of affirmative giving. And we give because we can. We give, and we can never outgive God or good or whatever you want to call it. So I appreciate giving of your consciousness that walked through this door today. Are you ready? Oh, we have a little affirmation, don't we? Woo! That's what I like about being with family. You can forget things. You can do whatever you want. And they'll always remind you, Patrick. So, sacred giving affirmations in your wonderful, wonderful program that Roseanne puts together every week. And let's say it with me. I draw my good to me as I travel along the way of life, and nothing can keep it from me. My good is always with me. I accept the good and rejoice that is with me. I accept my good now. Yes.
I see you.
Oh boy.
You see me. We gather today to set our hearts free. We've come to shine, shine, shine. We've come to shine, 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 and live in gratitude. We gotta breathe in this moment, breathe in this life, breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life, for the air that I breathe, to live abundantly. Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life, breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life, for the air that I breathe, to live abundantly. I'm gonna stay true to myself, true to myself and others. Gotta stay true to myself, because it's the only way. Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life, breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life, for the air that I breathe, to live abundantly.
I am so blessed and grateful for all of the abundance that is moving in and through this congregation, blessing CSL Kauai in a magnificent way. Thank you. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. And so it is.
Breathe in this moment, breathe in this life, breathe in this moment, breathe in this life. I give thanks for life, for the air that I breathe, to live
Yes, indeed. I'm going to bring Janice up here with the kids real quick here. And before I do that, we have a wonderful treatment since we all wanted to treat. We have a treatment box there. So if anything's come up for you during this service or just in your life, just let us know about it. And we just celebrate in prayer with you. And all we're doing really is just knowing the absolute truth. And as I always say, as you put that in the box, the law of our being has already said what? Yes, yes. So look what we have here.
We had fun exploring our Halloween characters and talking about how the most powerful character we could ever be is ourselves. Yeah. And so if they want to share, they can, something about it. If not, does anybody want to share something?
I wanted to talk about my Grim Reaper character. He can seal evil souls. He has the power of light, and he has purple fire.
Yes. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, how nice.
This is my Dragliora picture, and she can shoot. She can fly, and she can shoot like teeth out of her hands.
Wow, I'd like to have that. Yeah, anybody else? All right, thank you so much, Janice, and thank you guys for sharing with us. Give it up, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Isn't it nice to see these kids up here? This is like total, yeah. It's like that manifestation just coming to life right in front of you. So I just feel good. How do you guys feel? Yeah. So we're going to close now. Just one other little thing that we have this little bottle up here. And there we go. But it's for our building fund. And I came here over the weekend and during the week, and I pulled out all of the bills to see how much was in there. I did. I'm not kidding. And we have a total of almost $500 now in our, and that's not counting the change, because when that time comes to roll, that'll be all of you. Yeah, it'll be a community project. That's what. So there we go. I am once again, Reverend Rita, we miss you. Let's all just say hello to her one more time. We love you, and she'll be back next week. And there we go. And so let's close this up. Let's go to the mountain.
And if
you ready?
anyone wants to come
Kids
sing
out there,
with
we got
us,
some
we're
rocket.
gonna
Steve, you
end
want to come up, brother?
Oh, yeah.
Anybody
Oh,
else?
yeah.
We need a couple
How
more
about
people.
Witchy
Come on,
Poo?
sir. Tina. Brother?
Roseanne, you want to come on
Sing with
up?
us.
Uh-oh, he looks good. Uh-oh, we're just getting settled in here. That's right. Anybody want to join us up here? Janice? Where's the kids?
let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Honor your heart, make a brand new start. See the world with clearer eyes. No turning back, surprise, surprise. Remove the disguise. It's my life. It's my life. It's my life. Let it go on the mountain.
Let it go.
Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine.
We're going to the mountain. All of a sudden, I feel like everybody was invited to a party except for me. So what I know about gratitude is I am so grateful for each and every one of us. And I am very grateful for Stephanie and Deborah, who greeted all of you at the door with candy. Give it up for them. Yes. And we have Michael, who did a wonderful meditation, joined by invocation with Reverend Diane, and Rob and Jonathan back there making it all look so good for those live streaming. And those flowers that were just dropped in miraculously from Loya over there. And we have our bookstore with plenty of knowledge, and Reverend Diane is there to share it with you. And this is also who had a birthday this month. Who had a birthday? Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. We have cake afterwards for you. Right, gang? And we have Michael and Carrie in this very, very big choir that has now done so. Wow, it's very, very, and Roseanne who's done so much, and for Reverend Rita, and for that wonderful Reverend Patrick. Give it up for Reverend Patrick. I'm not afraid of my inadequacy at all. So let's go, shall we?
Yeah. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Honor your heart, make a brand new start to the world with clearer eyes. Don't turn your back, surprise, surprise, remove the disguise. It's my life, it's my life, it's my life. Let it go on the mountain.
Real quiet.
Let it sing on the mountain.
You got
Let
this.
it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Let it go on the mountain. Let it sing on the mountain. Let it ring on the mountain. Now is the time to let yourself shine. Big finish, everyone!
Woo! Let it shine. Let it shine. And so it is. Wow. You guys stay right there. I got to get a picture of this. Where's my phone? Look at this craziness. There we go. Oh, you crazy people. Wow. It looked like a Halloween party.